Hello everyone, my name is Nicole, and welcome to something called The Keeper's Curse, an interactive story that I found on itch.io while looking for horror games. There'll be a link down in the description below because this thing has 7 different endings, and I don't even know if we'll be able to get to one of them in this video, but we'll see what happens. But I think it just throws you right in when you hit start. Ah, a dreadful letter. 15 days, 15 more days, then your shift ends. It's been too long on this island. The air is thick with isolation. Nothing but the cooing of messenger pigeons, the crackling of oil, and ghostly wind have spoken to you. Call out to the empty air. You hear your voice bounce, ringing lonely, twitching ears. You drop the curling note to the ground, fighting despair as reality bombards your mind. Your shift ended today. The relief ship should be in these waters now. You should be leaving this cursed rock instead. 15 grueling days. How will you survive? What will you eat? Your emergency supplies will last 3 more days. Standard procedure, they said. Liars! Deceitful sons of whores! You are a tiny human on a tiny island in a vast sea, surrounded by an azure coffin. Lash out in anger. Must survive. So I have food, water, and supplies. You are the lighthouse keeper. You must stay alive as well as fulfill your duty. Make sure you keep a steady reserve of food, of water, and of supplies to stay alive. If the voices in your head become too loud, press escape to tone them down. Good luck. You'll need it. Let's get this started. Will I make it? It said. Hello, eyeball. Afternoon, day 1. Resupplying. You have some time to spare. Gather fish. You fished up a nice catch, so we went from 20 to 35. Okay. As the night falls, a gentle yet eerie hum of a feminine choir rises amongst the crashing waves. Throw some of your food to the sea to stop the singing. Try to ignore the singing at the cost of your sanity. You stuff cotton in your ears. You sacrifice a bit of your supplies, but the cotton works wonders. The singing now completely inaudible. You spent a peaceful, quiet night. Day 2. Let's get supplies, because we used some. Wow, okay. Back up to... went up to 41. You spool a spot? A floating island in the distance that seems to move alongside the rhythm of the waves. You use a spyglass to get a better look. You see a shadow wave at you from the island. Each time you blink, it seems to get closer and closer, a deranged grin spreading across its face. You look away in fear. The island has disappeared. You hear something shift on the island. What the hell was that? This is cool! I haven't done a choose your own adventure in a long time. A shadowy figure, piercing yet flickering eyes, their pupils drill deep into your mind. You start to fingle with unease. Fidget with unease. Investigate the cliffs. I wonder what's there. Ignore the feeling. It must have been the wind. Stare back intensely. It's probably more afraid of me. Oh, that was a mistake. Look up here. Uh-oh. You end up blinking, and when you open your eyes again, you're underwater. The eyes you stared at. Stark, shark eyes. You scream, bubbles of air rushing to the surface. As its jaws close on your arm, you wake up in your bed. The pain of the bite still lingers. What the hell was that? Oh. Unintelligible. You have some time to spare. Okay, so that's water still. Got water. The rain is cold and pouring sharply. As you walk alongside the beach, you see the dead body of a whale ashore. Carve out some blubber for oil. You cut out some flesh. That's food. Never tasted whale meat. This should keep the lighthouse going. Oh, yeah. The book. You should be gone by now. Sore fists strike at unyielding wood planks. Pain peeking past cold air. Fighting with chilled flesh. Solid floors. You stir the dead embers. Searching for pinpricks of rose ember. Madness momentarily grips you, flinging the slicing iron across your small abode. It clatters against the stones. unseen sparks flinting through the aether as the rod strikes your dusty shelf. Dark momentum carving into soft wood, splintering the rotten boards. Crashing cacophony brings you back to your room, back to the lighthouse. Always the lighthouse. Splayed across the floor are several broken objects. Glass lay near your exposed toes. A dull, leather-bound book rests fallen on the floor, parallel to your pillow. As you pick up the tome, a trilobite crawls past your fingers. Inspecting its pages, you find scrawled notes of Keeper's past, now moldy in antiquity. Memories of the lighthouse, transcribed by those who tended the flames before you. If this is the book, I'm putting that away, because that looks creepy as all hell. Any words from us? Curiosity killed the cat. Pry open the old pages. Curiosity killed the cat. Best not to trouble yourself with these things. It's maddening enough to be trapped. Now you have created more work to clean this broken mess. Breakfast must wait. Necessity forcing this morning's rationing. Clean up the wasted provisions. Such a waste. So we're up to 51 supplies, 25 food, and 33 water. Go fishing. I don't feel like I need... You fished up a nice catch. Unintelligible. Bloodied well. You arrive at the stone well as per usual to gather some water. However, something's amiss. The water has turned into blood. Gather the blood instead of the usual water. Thirsty can't be picky. Unintelligible. Throw food in the well. And mystery. You give in to the whispers and throw some of your food into the well. A creature of indescribable horror walks out of the well. It grabs you by the throat and... I don't know. A knock on the lighthouse door at the midnight hour echoes within the towers. Who or what could it be? Push the door open violently. Whatever that is, peek through the crack. You slam the door open, breaking it into the... I said peek! But find nothing. You know how to... You have to repair the door. But I chose peek! You have time to spare. Get some water. You got some water. You pace in circles, lost in thought. You catch the sound of footsteps that aren't yours, circling the lighthouse. Check the source of the sound, whatever this is. You throw some pots and scream like a maniac. Whatever that thing is outside runs away to never be heard again. You did break some things in the process, but feel safer. I think I scared it away. I made such a mess. I fucked up. Ignore the book. Ignore the thumps, ignore the scurry. It sounds like something is coming from the basement. You can hear it often enough. That dusty journal comes to mind. Do you think it's worth risking a read? Something strange is going on in this lighthouse. You should investigate. Resist your curiosity. You know it's rats. It must be rats. There's that subtle scraping sound. A soft thud on rare occasions, but not even a look. It's just rats. Little animals is all. Nothing else here. It's nothing. Look into the sea. You've got a job to do here. Let's get some more food. My sanity seems to have gotten better a little. You discover a hidden cave near the shore. Strange noises can be heard from inside. You block the entrance with sturdy planks. Hail night. Hail night? A violent icy storm sends pellets of ice the size of your fist. Jesus. That's big hail. The lighthouse's lamp windows are at a risk of breaking. Use supplies to build a makeshift shield, but also obscure the sea partially. Keep the light on and pray for the lamp to hold through the night. The lamp might break, but the ships need guidance. Resupplying. You have some time to spare to gather resources. Oh, nothing happened to the lamp? Okay. Supplies. A raven shows up at your window, deposits a shiny item on the windowsill, and flies away. I don't want to spurn a crow. A gift from me. You open the window and find your missing fishing hook. You add it back to your fishing kit. Thank you, little crow. If a crow gives you a gift, like legitimately it flies to you and drops something, accept that gift. Crows are social creatures, and that means that they find you to be kind. Dark deeds. Shapes spin past your vision. Unable to keep it out of your mind, you ruminate. What do the symbols mean? What's their source? Slowly eating at your consciousness, doubt grows. Listen, you hear that? It's the sound. It sounds like the wind, but you think more is there. Murmurs carried by the breeze. No, it's nothing. You're overly curious is all. Maybe you need to check the symbols again. See their shape so they stop plaguing your mind. Try and keep the symbols out of your mind. You close your eyes, and the phantoms remain, dancing behind your eyelids, frolicking, mischievous. Are they mocking you? But surely that can sleep. Yes, that would be good. A little shut-eye to try to sleep. Fighting back against the salting and madness, you see. Their curses grip your mind, forcing its way to your hands. You can feel what they want, calling, yearning, desperate. They command an offering. They need to feed blood, to take from the very essence of this plane. Eerie interlopers torturing yourself. How will you bring the sacrifice? See, I'm scared because if I do the animal, it might be a crow, and I don't want to piss off the crows. Closer to power. Better sacrifice an animal. You awake to splashes of crimson. A sharp breath is all you manage before the fresh stench hits your nostrils. Slicked hands coated in viscous blotches of crimson. What is this? What happened? Inside the circle you see a butchered rabbit coated in blood. Prepared, at least. Yes, you were getting it ready for tonight's stew. That's all. Your mind is clouded. Unable to recall the past hours, your arm is laced with pain. You push it out of your mind for now, ignoring what was transpired. You need to wash the blood off your hands and get the kettle boiling for dinner. Wash the blood. Day 8! Alrighty. Let's get some food going. You catch a glimpse of what looks like a humanoid figure running on the island along the shore. You call out to them. Your calls are met with a deadly silence. The shadow runs into the distance and disappears. You notice it didn't have human footsteps. That was weird. Never seen feet shaped like that. Walled whispers. As you pace around, lost in thought, the stones in the wall warp and portray eerie faces. Try to ignore them. Oh, well, that didn't work. You dream strange things. Your face is stiff. It is hard to breathe. You see your own self looking back at you, terrified, but just like you looked at those faces before. You try to scream, to yell, but you are stuck in the walls. You wake up screaming and gasping for air. Water today. You got some water. The rainwater storage tank is losing water. It seems a leak formed during the night. You repair the leak. The ritual. The stomach yawns. Hunger sharpening your mind. You can still feel them. Floats by your mind from time to time in a constant reminder. These are not your thoughts. You can see it now. She demands an offering. To waste food on what madness grips your mind? Entertain the calling, ignore the calling. Death to the outsider, glory to the outsider. Once more, you push these demonic entities out of your mind, reclaiming your thoughts. There is no God. Merely a trick in isolation has played on your maddening mind. Light to cast out the monsters. Tend to the lamp. You have some time to spare. Let's gather some more supplies. 5 more days. Big catch! You're reeling something unexpected while fishing. A corpse, pale and bloated. It has a bag loosely attached. Ah, the living have more pressing needs. Hi? What the hell was that? No way you are handling dead body or its possessions. You lose the body back into the water. Lost the body back into the water. Where it now belongs. Back to the sea you go. Rest in peace. Big tentacles seem to come for the lighthouse. Anxiety sets in, and quickly panic follows. You hide in the basement and spend the night fearing for your life. This is not real. This is not real. You yell and throw various items at the waves to scare the monster away. Go away, you monster. You throw food at the tentacles, hoping it will leave. Hopefully this will make them leave. I used up some of my food. But that's fine. The tentacles grapple at the food, but it doesn't seem satisfied. In a panic, you throw more. This time you see its monstrous teeth-filled mouth snack on your food before leaving. You're shaking in fear. Well, now I gotta go fishing. You fished up a nice catch. Oh yeah, I got a stray cat appears at the lighthouse. It looks hungry and lonely, but it does not dare you approach you. Keep the cat. The cat eats eagerly at the fish you provided to it. It purrs in a cozy rumble as it lays at your side. Dreaming. As you lay down for the night, you fall asleep. As your head hits the pillow. This past week has been exhausting and trying. Wait, where'd the cat come from? I didn't even think about that for a sec. The familiar sounds of waves lulls your ears as you dream of a boat. Rocking back and forth as you sail away, its ration slocked with salted pork and whiskey aplenty, brimming as you consume the rich sustenance. You smile and joke with the bosom as bosun as the captain navigates you home. Wake, is it really more desirable? Startled awake, you look around the lighthouse keeper's room. Smiling faces of the ship's crews are replaced with a blank stone block staring back at you. Soon you will be heading home, away from cursed place. Prepare breakfast. Okay, so we're good on water and supplies still, so let's get more food. Yeah, look at that. As you walk down the emerald path of the forest, you find a strange shrine with offerings. You don't recall its existence. Take all the offerings, ignore it and leave. Ignore it and leave? Fishy gift. As you spend the evening in front of the fireplace, a putrid fish drops down the chimney into the embers. What's that say? Where the hell where did that thing fall from? Ew, gross. Investigate the source. Of course! You make your way up to the chimney and see your own self, rotten fish in hand. You rub your eyes in disbelief, and as you open them again, you're now holding fish bones. Head over the chimney. What am I doing? You have some time to spare. Supplies. Yeah, there we go. 2 more days! You hear creaking oars in the distance, but see no boat. A survivor from the shipwreck, perhaps. Yell to get the boat's attention. They can't be that far. Search the shoreline. Wait quietly and listen for the sound. Maybe I can find it by sound. You wait and wait, but the sound seems to grow more and more distant. Only the sound of the waves remain. There are no gods here. This is the final day. Rescue awaits before then. You have honed your reclaimed mind. Blah, be damned. You are the master of your own fate. You march downwards towards the bloody glyphs in the basement, growing resolute in your intentions, dragging the slumped door open. You peer into the abyss. Entomb the basement, destroy the circlet. I feel like the circlet would be, sealing whatever it is, so let's entomb the basement. You must bury these blech symbols. You begin moving the cobweb-coated crates to the floor above, preparing this entity's burial. With a rusted pickaxe, you churn stones from the walls, allowing dirt to pour in. Tossing in the tattered journal, you work to bury all traces of that evil which inhabits this place. Cascading soil rumbles into the room as you fill it. Laying broken planks above the makeshift coffin, you complete the burial. You pull apart the door's hinges, leaving it slanted and destroyed as a makeshift tombstone. Once done, you begin to return the decrepit crates to their new resting place in the stairwell. There will remain buried, as you leave these horrors behind, forgotten by this world in due time, though the memories will haunt you. Exit the lighthouse. The Savior! As you step out of the lighthouse, the fog that once suffocated the land begins to thin, revealing a horizon untouched by the taint of the outsider. The sky, once bruised and swirling with ominous clouds, now stretches wide and clear. The wind carries no more whispers, only the soft rustle of the sea. Calm and unthreatening, you turn to face the lighthouse one last time. The structure remains, but its malevolent aura is gone, reduced to nothing more than stone and wood. No longer a beacon for ancient horrors, the cycle is broken. There is no fanfare, no celebration, only the quiet satisfaction that you stood against the darkness and won. You leave the island behind, knowing it is now just a place, and you still haunted by memories, but no longer bound by them, can finally live in peace. As the lighthouse disappears from view, you feel lighter. You did what many could not. The outsider banished, its link to this world severed. You are free. And so that, I believe, is the Savior ending. Yes, it is. So we managed to get the Savior ending. That is awesome. So that is one of the 7 endings. I actually might come back to this game and try and see what other endings I can get. But not like right away. I want to definitely rest my voice after doing that voice, the voices technically. But that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. That is really well written. I highly recommend playing this yourself. If you like to read and want to do a choose your own adventure story, I highly recommend The Keeper's Curse. This was really well done and really good sounds too. I really enjoyed the ambience. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up to date on all videos that I post. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!